What is going on, Discord and YouTube chat? Welcome to your Strats Weekly for the week of 29 May 2021. I am always as your host, Auth. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming to hang out. Oh, still got my hot tub. We're still a hot tub stream. Zarek, welcome. Vecino Dies a Lot down there listening in on the new stage channel that we're experimenting with to see how we like this format. Welcome to y'all as well. Derek, how's your weekend been so far?
Can't complain so far. I mean, other than, kid being sick. But...
Oh yeah, the old like middle of the night wake up on a long holiday weekend, surprise, sick kid. Amazing. I am sorry you're going through that. But like we were talking about, it's always when you're like off already too. Like.
Oh, yeah, and I was scared because we were supposed to, having that good Memorial Day weekend, and I was afraid it was going to be all canceled, but no, she's good. She got it all of her system at 3 in the morning, and she's good now.
Nice. It's just little tummy bug. Ate something.
Yeah, I think she just probably ate too much chocolate before bed, something like that. Who knows?
That's good. Better that than any of the infinite number of possibilities. It could have been far worse. Oh, Vecino just bailed on us. Bye, Vecino. It's weird now also. I have to actually watch the Discord more carefully. Oh, Vecino's back. Welcome back, Vecino.
Oh, yeah,
hey, what's going on,
really because of that.
Ivan, over there in YouTube chat. How you doing? Right, so let's jump into it. We got games to talk about. Doo-doo-bop-a-doo-bop. All right, so for those who don't know, we play World of Warcraft Shadowlands. Nightlife is heading up that endeavor. They're not... I don't think he's playing right now, is he? No, not. The Warcraft crew is not playing currently at the moment. Nightlife likes to push... Hey, Precious. To push Keystones in particular. He is big on it. One of the other guys that we run with a whole lot, Ambrose, was actually just in the Pro-Am that they did, the Mythic Pro-Am 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
Was it that long ago? I think it was a week ago, wasn't it?
No, it couldn't have been last week. I swear it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was just last week. I don't know. It was pretty recent though. Yeah, so we got some guys that are very serious about Keystone progression. They also do progression rating. Nightlife is usually streaming that over on the Facebook page, facebook.com/stratsco. If you are into World of Warcraft, if you are looking for a guild, we have a guild. We're playing. We're partnered up with another guild for pushing the actual raid content because we don't have enough dedicated raiders of our own at the moment. We used to. We just don't anymore in the current expansion. So if you are interested in key progression or progression rating, feel free to hop down to the Blizznerds channel, ask for Nightlife. He can get you sorted out. You can also talk to me or Vecino. Either one of us can probably help out as well, if that was the case. We are on Horde side, Area 52. That's what's going on with that. Boom, bam. What else we got? Inquisitor Martyr. Just a real quick note. If you are playing on PC, if you are in the Cabal, and you have not finished your seasonal achievements, those are going away. Let me double check. I don't want to lie. I think it's the 5th? 8th. June 8th is the last day of the current season for Inquisitor Martyrs. So if you have not wrapped up your seasonal achievements, be sure to get those done. We don't know yet exactly how long the break is going to be going into Season 3. We just know that there will be some amount of break. And we also know that we're going to get co-op Void Crusades with it, so that's awesome. More in-game co-op content, which is what I'm super excited about for that. So, if you are currently playing, haven't got your stuff done, get it done. If you are looking for a Cabal to call your own, you want to come hang out, reach out to me. I can get you the details on that. Cabals are really limited in capacity, but I think we still have 2 or 3 spots left open. We've got people that play in the NA time zone as well as EU time zone. We had 3 or 4 people top 20 in the last season ladder. So we got a lot of people that enjoy playing and enjoy playing co-op especially. So feel free to reach out, hit me up if you need any details on that, or just ask down in the Warhammer channel. Warhammer, bam. Ask in the Warhammer channel as well. House, what have you done? Don't betray me like that. What else we got? Oh, Path of Exile. Ultimatum is still going on. If you are into Path of Exile, we've actually started actively recruiting for that as of last week or the week before. I'm not sure which. Vecino has those recruitment posts going out as well. Feel free to hang down in the Path of Exile channel if you're looking for some people to play. Support looking for DPS, DPS looking for support. Hey, what's going on, Taco? Or if you just want to talk theory crafting, builds, in-game content, things of that nature, Senior Cat Poop runs a lot of the stuff over there. He'd be more than happy to help you out. You can also reach out to me or Alundrel down in that channel. We can get you sorted. Cat Poop especially is on a new crafting project. He just finished up his like super high tier in-game boots and belt, and he's got another project that he's looking for a little bit of assistance on if you've got some leftover harvest crafting stuff. Taco, you should be able to move yourself up to the speakers category if you want to. Hey, did it. It's a new channel. It's all fancy and stuff, huh?
What's this?
Oh, it's a new channel. It's actually the idea is to make it easier for people to see when the stream actually goes live if they're just in the Discord and they're not actually paying attention to YouTube or something like that, because it sticks when you're rolling around.
Is this like Discord's version of Zoom, pretty much, or Teams meetings?
No, what is it supposed to be competing with? I forget what they call, or what the service is that it's kind of similarly competing with. But it's some sort of presentation service. I don't really remember. Tragically, though, there's no way to share screen or do cameras within it. So if you could see, if I had it actually set up so you could see it on the YouTube, it's just our names and our avatars up here. It doesn't actually allow us to do webcams or any kind of screen share, which is a tragedy, because this would be like Lucino and I were talking about. It would be god tier for streamers. I mean, you could legitimately, if you were a content creator and you had your own Discord server, you've already got chat channels. Discord bots are very capable, more capable than a lot of the bots that we see for Twitch or YouTube chat. And then you could have, in theory, you could have your entire squad, if you were running in a group content, could all be in the speaking channel. The streamer could be sharing their screen, or if multiple people are streaming and it's some sort of collaborative thing, then you've got like the paned window view of everybody alongside, and then you can pick which view you want to watch, but you've also got the live voice chat in there as well. I don't know. It seems like a missed opportunity that they haven't expanded the capabilities of this yet. And I wonder if it's just a yet situation because they just don't have the back-end infrastructure or financing to do it, perhaps. I think it would be damn cool. Maybe they just need to have, maybe they don't have transcoding at a tier where it would be feasible to do. I don't know. I don't know why they don't do it, but I think it would be really, really cool. Well, yeah, that was a total sidetrack, sorry. Path of Exile. We're playing Path of Exile. If you want to play Path of Exile with us, come on down, hit up the Path of Exile channel. Ask for Senior Cat Poop, Alundrel, or myself. We'll get you sorted out there. Taco, I'll get you. I got a new picture for you. I have to see if it passes your muster here in just a second. But before that, Princess Connect Redive. Who's hyped about Princess Connect Redive? I'm hyped about Princess Connect Redive. Don't lie, you're hyped too.
Can you do ESO at the last?
Do ESO last?
Yeah, please. I'm going over the rig with my brother.
Fair enough. All right, I will push you to last. I don't remember where I've got you. Okay, I'll get it sorted. Right, Princess Connect Redive. We played Princess Connect Redive. We just missed top 1500 in the clan battles last month. They ended on Monday morning, Sunday night. We came in at like 1600 and something, which is about 300 positions higher than we did last month, and that was with one of our players being in spotty service because he was in Central Texas boonies and just didn't have good signal and couldn't participate in all the days. I will try to remember to remind you to help, Precious. Promise. But yeah, we had a really good run there. Feels good. The current banner is kind of whatever, but it's ending on June 3rd. It's just a 2-star, so like you'll get it accidentally at some point. New story event starts up on June 3rd, which has a limited event hero. You can only get the character from doing the event content. It's a event version, summer version of Kokoro. So it'll be the same character, but with completely different stats and skills. So if you want to get that, you gotta play, starting on June 3rd, you gotta play the event. If you're new to Princess Connect Redive, you don't have to be that far into the game to actually be able to earn this. This is the first limited accessible, like limited character that's not going to be just readily, easily available to earn. So far, everything that has come out is very easy to get in theory. I mean, within the mechanics of gacha anyhow. But if you want this limited edition character, you got to play the story event that's going to be coming out on June 3rd. Alongside that, I believe the banner for Summer Pecorine is supposed to start the same day. And that will be a summer version of Pecorine, same deal, completely different set of skills, same character. And she's going to be important for PvP and the PvP meta for a little while at least. And she will not be earnable outside of this banner until like next year. I think, if I remember correctly, the seasonal characters, like the summer characters, the Halloween characters, they're available every year, and sometimes during the annual Princess Fest events, but it's not something that you'll just be able to get randomly in any gacha pull. So if you want her, make sure you're saving your jewels so that you can get her. We have several summer characters coming out. I know besides her, we have Summer Suzune's coming pretty soon. Summer Carol, which is a huge deal. If you don't pull for Summer Carol, you're out of your mind. And Summer Tamaki is also coming pretty soon. So a lot of characters that are pretty exciting. And if they are your waifu, make sure you're pulling for your waifu. This is Kokoro, by the way, on the right. This is Pecorine, and that's Carol. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I know double hard mode is about to end. I'm not sure what we're getting next. I think it's double dungeon mana. I hope it's double dungeon mana. God, I'm broke from hitting the most recent level cap. I'm not 100% on that, but hopefully, fingers crossed. What else do we got to talk about? Okay, not doing Elder Scrolls yet. Oh, EVE Online. Yeah, so EVE Online. We play a lot of EVE Online. We have 3 fleets going right now. I don't know what they're doing, but they sure are doing stuff. Well, yeah, EVE Online is going swimmingly. We, last week, acquired a new core, and that's pretty awesome. Yeah, so many internet spaceships, Precious. You're not wrong. We also, what up, Vecino? Oh, Vecino's gonna talk? You gonna tell us about some EVE Online stuff?
I can.
Oh man, please hold on. I got this ready. You want to talk about this? Gong.
It's huge, literally and figuratively.
I know. I saw you streamed it to me. It was insane. We managed to slap a Fortizar down. Or Fortizar?
Yes. Yep. Fortizar. It's a large structure. Most importantly, you can build capital ships inside of it. So like dreadnoughts and stuff like that.
That was a huge effort, by the way. Let's see. Bam. Yeah, the left set of these pictures was towards the tail end of the Fortizar, or right after the Fortizar stuff was wrapping up. We had several fleets out there making sure it actually went down. Very hype.
Yeah. So now we have 2 wormholes that we are actively running, and we're doing we've kind of got our setup going, so we're making billions of ISK.
You'll love to see it. And
yeah, pretty soon we're going to be in a position where we can SRP fleets, which means stands for Ship Replacement Program. So basically we can take people out and get into fights, and they don't have to worry about like losing their ship or losing a ton of money. We'll be able to support them, and that's when you can really like do major content, get into major battles.
Yeah, when there's less risk because you got the infrastructure in place, which is obviously not an easy task. This is not our first Fortizar placing attempt. Our last one did not meet with quite the same success.
Yeah, the one big problem with the last one was the type of wormhole it was made a wormhole connection to a high-sec, like high-security space, which basically means it's easy access for other enemy fleets to come in. Whereas the new one, it's much harder to get to in general. So that makes it much easier to defend.
It's just, it'd be, yeah, I remember you explaining, it's basically this new one, we basically have almost all the benefits of the previous one that we attempted, but it will be significantly harder for someone to actually bring a substantial enough fleet to de-seat us.
It would be very difficult. I mean, I think really the only way it would, like, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but if it end in disaster, like, I think you'd have to have some form of like mini fail cascade in terms of our membership, where we just didn't have as many people in, or like some catastrophic loss of like hull control, where an enemy fleet would come in and just like make sure no one could get in.
Which, I mean, the amount of player base you're talking about at that point, that's like maybe not Goon Squad exclusive, but like you're getting into like some big damn corps and alliances that can actually handle that sort of blockade, right?
Yeah, and the nice thing about wormholes, it's not only just like how big of a swarm you can produce, because wormholes have a specific amount of mass, so you can only pass so many ships through it. So you really have to think like, what is the ideal strategy I'm bringing in, versus like I'm just going to recruit as many possible people as I can and just like throw bodies at something, which I really like. I like wormhole dynamics because of that.
Adds an extra layer of shenanigans there that both that are enjoyable to engage with from a strategic standpoint, but also a layer of protection, it seems.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's been fun, and of course it like keeps growing. We to the point where we have multiple people or multiple fleets doing different kinds of things. So that's why you see like now you have like a PvP fleet, a PvE fleet, dreadnought fleet. So.
Yeah, I mean, anymore, it used to be that I would say it's a rarity for me to ever be on Discord and see no fleets running, because we've slowly built up literally around the clock player base, because we've got folks over in the EU, which, you know, Bane's been heavily recruiting for and such like that, but we also have a ton of NA pilots as well. So it's like, as the NA pilots are getting late into their day, the early entering EU pilots are getting there and they're playing, and then by the time the EU pilots are about ready to go to bed is when the earlier NA pilots are getting on. It's just very cyclical. So it used to be, I would say, it's a rarity for me to ever see no fleets running. These days, it's a rarity for me to see less than 2 fleets running. Like, there's always multiple fleets, it seems like, anymore.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think like the best part about it, honestly, is that so many people have really stepped up to take on responsibility. So like we've got people that are really like putting in a ton of sweat into just like making it awesome.
Yeah, which is super awesome. Like, especially when it gets as big as it's gotten, because it's no longer just, you know, a small Strats core that's got a dozen people playing and some alts. It's when you get to like 3, 4, 5, 6 corp alliance, and you've got hundreds of people in just like the base core, not counting all the alliances and such, it just becomes untenable for a small group of people. And it's always awesome when people willingly step up to assist with those roles. Like, can't be overstated. The number of times that Vecino and I have had sidebars over the years where it's just like, man, like, we need help. We need help so bad.
Right?
Please.
I know.
Somebody please come help us. Won't you think of us? I was going to say the children, but, you know, really fly in that one. Really work. It's nice.
Yeah, so that's the story. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. We're still recruiting. So I guess one thing to mention is like we're still recruiting but like our strategy is we want to maintain a healthy pipeline, but we may control the faucet a little bit. Yeah,
which, I mean, at this point, it's not even it's not just a raw numbers game anymore. Now it's like it's a quality over quantity game, I assume.
Yeah, we've gotten to the point where now just like raw numbers would, like the risk versus reward in terms of spies or something like that might be a factor. And like I said, with wormhole mechanics, like you really don't need to be enormous. You need like a really good fleet with a good doctrine, and you can defend.
Well, and I would assume also if you hit some sort of like, you're so big and there's so many people even operating out of 2 wormholes, because the wormholes roll once a certain amount of mass moves through them, you could in theory be in a situation where you can't even get an entire like massive swarm fleet out of the wormhole to the same location because you just can't move that many people through it.
Yeah, it is true. I mean, you can definitely outgrow, like if you have a ton of people living in the wormhole, like if you took Goon Swarm or something, or one of these huge alliances and just said, oh, for some reason, like we're all going in there, it just wouldn't work. You'd be accidentally rolling people out of their home all the time.
That would be tragic, getting lost in wormhole space just because you were trying to participate in some event that was going on.
Yeah.
That's super cool though. So yeah, we play a lot of EVE Online around here these days, and have been for a while now. If you are looking for a home in New Eden, if you're a new player looking to get into the game, or if you are a returning veteran, if you're a corp that's looking for an alliance, any of those situations, feel free to reach out to Vicino, reach out to Vorthos, reach out to Sinish. He could also talk with you. Get those conversations going. Like we said, we're not literally taking every single person that comes knocking anymore, but we're a pretty chill bunch. We're always looking for more people to play games with, for sure. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, for sure. There's always something
Mm-hmm.
you can do, and it's, as with every MMO, every game that we've ever played here, part of recruiting's job is to fight attrition and burnout. So
there's always that bit of cyclical flow of population. I mean, we just had a group of the EVE people that are kind of burning out, decided to go spin back up the ESO guild. Now, like, great things are happening over at ESO. I know.
This guy's a professional.
Dude, it's like I do this every week. It's like it's like I'm totally paid to do this. I'm not paid to do this. This is totally free of charge because we don't make any money.
It's like he went to school for something like this.
I know. It's like I've been preparing for this for the last however many years I've been in school. Get me out of this. Oh, I got 1 week. I have 1 fucking week left. Oh my god, I can't.
I remember the feeling,
dude. It was hard. Last week Thursday is when it really hit me. I was like, I don't want to fucking do anything. I don't want to do shit. I want to just sit here and play video games.
That's some late onset senioritis right there.
Oh no, I mean, like, I've been having it off and on in previous semesters also, but I mean, this is literally my last class. It's the Maymester, and because of the pace it's moving at, with like multiple chapters worth of material being covered every day, I could not be fucked with. I looked at the discussion boards and I was like, oh fuck, I don't wanna. It was tragic. Got through it. Found the give a damn. Made it happen, but I certainly didn't want to. But yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Phil, Alondra? You guys should be able to move yourselves up here if you want to come chat. This is just like the new fancy Discord channel. You're welcome to
is
move
it
yourself up.
Is it that anyone can move in or out?
I gated it at friendly.
Oh, okay. That's cool that you can do rolls.
Yeah, so it's gated to friendly plus, and then anybody can ask permission to move up, so we have the ability to move people up if they want to come up here and hang out.
Nice.
I'm watching kids right now, so.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's fair. I understand. You don't if it's easier to just sit in the listen area, you're welcome to do that too. I just letting you know you're welcome to move up if you want. The Dr. Acula has chillins to deal with because his wife is having a bit of a girls' weekend. He's on extra dad duty.
Extra dad duty.
Alondra?
We just call it dad duty nowadays.
That's true. That's the PC.
Well, but I mean, like, I just assumed that, like, because, like, I assumed dad duty would be, like, when mom and dad are, like, doing, like, when you're, like, together cooperatively, like, doing stuff. But if, like, mom has to go do something, like, work, or if, like, she's got a girls' weekend, or if, like, dad's got to go do something because he's got work, or he's having, like, a guy's weekend, then, like, wouldn't that be, like, extra mom duty or extra dad duty?
I mean, it's not as bad. Like, the faux pas is like, oh, I can't go. I'm babysitting the kids.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's
no,
like,
no.
what?
No.
You're the dad.
Yeah, it's not babysitting. Yeah, you literally fathered that child.
Yeah, we just call it what's it, daddy-daughter time.
Daddy-daughter time? Yeah.
Yeah,
A
like I'll
little
go
bit of
take her to
D&D.
a restaurant. Yeah, we'll go and have some have some ramen. We'll go out do some nice.
Dude, you should give her too much chocolate right before bed. That sounds like a...
Oh no, never again. Oh no.
Appreciate that it's never again.
Well,
Oh dude, she was up at 3 a.m. With a bad stomach. So that was not fun last night.
lessons learned.
And now throw it to our sponsors, Chipotle.
No, okay, I'm sorry. This is a Freebirds only stream. Eat your Chipotle out of here. All right, I need more options than Chipotle
About
brings to the table.
Moe's. What about Moe's, dude?
I don't have Moe's over here. I can't speak to
Oh,
Moe's
Moe's
one way or
is
the
so
other.
good.
You don't have Moe's there? That's odd.
I mean, maybe we do. Maybe I've just never been. I don't know.
You gotta look, dude. It's worth.
I gotta look. Okay, I will. That will be an investigation. But yeah,
The other one we have here is Qdoba.
Nope. I mean, we have tons of different like mom
You're
and
in the
pop
border.
Tex-Mex places.
That's
Yeah,
true. You're
that's
basically Author's down there in Juarez or whatever.
Juarez is on the other side of the border, and that would be like West Texas, like El Paso
I mean,
area, and
it's
like
all the same.
hell to the
I treat-
nah. That is
I
not the
treat-
same. I am sorry, dude. I cannot deal with that dry environment. It's just dry and flat, and I can't.
treat Texas like I treat Canada. It's just one big city.
So would you say
can't do
that
it.
Miami is the same as Pensacola or Jacksonville?
No, that's true. Yeah, and but I only know that because I used to live in Florida. But like people do treat it like that. They're like, oh, Florida.
Well, I mean, Florida man comes
Well,
from
you
Florida.
know,
No. We're all crazy, but there's different kinds of crazy in each region.
yeah.
You gotta get it right.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
mean it's the same here. The Gulf Coast versus East Texas versus Rio Grande Valley versus West Texas versus Panhandle versus Central Texas. Like there's some very distinct, like not just like geographic differences, but cultural differences depending on what part of Texas you're in. It is stark in some cases. Definitely not the same everywhere. But one thing that is true is you can pretty much always find a mom and pop Tex-Mex place or a food cart. Well, yeah, EVE Online. Play a lot of EVE Online. Feel free to poke down internet spaceships, hit somebody up if you want to get in on that. What else I got to talk about? Shoot. Taco's not back. So
You're
let's
looking
talk
for
about
another-
Overwatch League.
Overwatch League, yeah.
Dude. Okay, so today's matches went kind of as expected. Like, Houston massacred London. Like, everybody saw it coming. The writing was on the wall. But the third match today, Gladiators versus, man, who are they playing? Why can't I remember who they played? It was such a good match. I don't know. But also Toronto. So Toronto Defiant are like, both the Canadian teams are having a rough season, and that was known to be a problem. Toronto Defiant brought up somebody from Contenders on like a 30-day contract because they've got some health issues in the organization, and I'm not 100% sure what all is going on with that. I didn't get the deets from Light Force, and I didn't go looking for it. They brought up just like a random DPS guy out of Contenders, and he clapped cheeks. Like, they didn't win because they were just outmatched in general, but he brought it. There's a highlight that was so insane. I had a physical and audible reaction when it happened. He did a Widowmaker jump shot. Dude, a Widowmaker jump shot.
Okay.
The other Widowmaker, the enemy, on Junkertown first point defense. Okay? Junkertown first point. He was attacking. He jumped. Widowmaker jump shot off of the grain silo. The other Widowmaker was all the way out by the gate near the small health pack. Behind terrain, in cover. Grappled hook horizontally to reposition, and he one-tapped him in the head. The tracking was
You got to link that or something.
insane. I will, hold on, I have a timestamp to it somewhere.
Atlanta Reign versus the Gladiators.
Yeah, that was a great match. The score line does not indicate how close. I will drop it. I will drop it in YouTube chat. That. Oh, I'll put it in the stream chat too. Timestamp. This is from the end of the thing where they like replayed it in slow-mo. I will give you a moment to just process what happened there because. Whew. It was insane. That is like, that's one of those moments when like at some point in your life, or at some point in my life, I definitely thought I was very good at video games. I was never this good. I was never even close to this good. Like it's not even in the ballpark what this guy did. I can't even I can't even process what happened. It was so clean. The tracking, they did like a super slow-mo. The tracking is, you could look at that and be like, that's just a really shitty aimbot. It was so clean. It was like, what the the margin of error as he just adjusted it, and you can even see like the tiny little flick he did when he actually took the shot. Just outlandish. Couldn't believe it. I highly recommend anybody. I put it in the streaming channel here. It's also in the comment section of the YouTube channel. That clip, so good. Holy balls. But yes, speaking of Overwatch League though, tomorrow's matches. Houston, Toronto. That should be pretty much a foregone conclusion. Although, honestly, after seeing what just transpired, if they take a map off us tomorrow, if Toronto takes a map, I'm not even gonna be mad. Be like, yeah, fair game. Like, fine. 3-1. I could see it happening. I could even see going 5 maps deep with a tie. Like, that is within the realm of possibilities based on how Houston's been playing, and I just want to see this guy like pop off again and do something ridiculous. Second match, boy. It's no worries, Landro. Second match, yeah, we all know how that's probably gonna go. Atlanta versus Vancouver. Vancouver. Boy, howdy, is it sure is a season for them. They sure are participating in Overwatch League. However, Dallas, San Francisco. I'm not 100% convinced, Vecino. I'm not convinced San Francisco's got this. Not even a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Dallas.
I mean, do we know what they're gonna play?
They're probably gonna play Double Shield, and Double Shield gets macked by Monkey Diva right now. Really bad. I was definitely in camp. I expected this to be very much a double shield meta with maybe some double snipers. Like, that's kind of what Custa was looking at, and his logic behind that thought process made sense. And he said he had said that because there's not a lot of dive follow-up heroes, that the Winston just doesn't have a lot of additional dive follow-up secure kills that he breaks up and instigates. Like, there's not a Tracer to come in and finish things up, or a Sombra. So that thought process made sense. But we've seen some double shield, and we've seen some weird hybrid stuff with like Orisa Diva. But
right,
Dallas looked clean. They looked just fine in the current meta, playing their Winston, and a couple of other teams have been playing Winston. The East is playing a lot of Winston, and it seems to still be. It's not as dangerous, but it's still quite effective. And what it has going for it over Double Shield is Double Shield wants to take slower, more drawn out fights, and Winston comps, like a Winston Diva, can just set the pace and be like, no, we're taking this game. We're going, you want to go 25 miles an hour, we want to go 60, and just pound it home. So I am not convinced that there is any hope for San Francisco. Best case, it's 3-1. But if San Francisco got just hard clapped 3-0, it wouldn't even faze me. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. I'd like that not to be the narrative. I hope that Shock took the beating they took in May during the knockouts. I hope they take that and learn their lesson. And I hope that Houston has been learning their lessons from getting smashed as well by Dallas, because they were not much harder. Houston rolled over almost as easily as Shock. So I hope that both those teams have learned their lessons. I don't know if they have. And tomorrow will be a good indicator to see if whether or not Shock has kind of learned that lesson and will make the adjustments that they need to make. Also, it'd be really nice if anybody could make Dallas bleed, because other than week 1, Dallas has been borderline impervious, even in the May Melee like finals, like even during the actual like Hawaii matches, they still looked really good. Even losing maps, they still looked really, really good. So I'm hoping we can get some competition there. I would like it so it's not just Dallas running everybody over, but I don't know. It's pretty scary. Oh, Taco's not back. I wonder if he's gonna make it back in time. Let me message him real quick. Talk about ESO, because if not, I can talk briefly about ESO with what I know. Anyhow, give him a moment. Derek, what are you playing after this? And is it Mystery Heroes?
Yeah, Mystery Heroes.
Down.
That's what the meta has been for the past couple of weeks with us.
It's a good meta. I mean, it's real easy for a drop in, drop out. Phil, you down for some Mystery Heroes after this?
Yeah, kids just went to bed.
Nice. You love to see it. Well, when it's the weekend and you want to play games.
Let's hear the silence.
I mean...
Hopefully you didn't give him too much chocolate.
Yeah.
Counterpoint, what if you gave them more chocolate?
Oh, you really don't want to know.
I mean, there's a small part of me that has a certain morbid curiosity.
Still alive for the 3 or 4 hours that it takes for him to calm down.
Yeah, see, my thing is like, I'm always down to like babysit my niece and nephew, because I can go in and do whatever, make a mess of things, because I only have to do like 4, maybe 6 hours on a long end, and then I hand them back off and I'm like, that's your problem now. So
Sounds like a grand.
Yeah, exactly. It's the exact same thing.
As a grandparent meta, yeah.
Yeah, man, you go in there, you do whatever you want for like maybe 6 hours tops, and then you just, all right, cool, it's your problem now. Sorry, not sorry.
Hey, did you say grandparent meta?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's a grandparent meta. It's a great meta. Great meta to be a part of. Yeah, Taco said give him a few minutes and he'll be back in here to talk ESO. So we'll talk ESO here at the very, very end. I guess until then, I'm just going to go back to my hot tub. Bam. I'm having a hot tub stream. Where's the ESO picture for when it's ready for the ESO stuff? Oh, man. So actually, I didn't think about this, but speaking of just Overwatch stuff in general, I expected there to be a June Joust Overwatch League skin the way there was for the May Melee. But I wonder if they're not doing it because the June Joust has so much overlap with the anniversary event, because that's still like another 2 weeks worth of anniversary or something like that. I wonder if there's just not going to be a skin for the June Joust, or if it'll be one that comes out closer to the end of the June Joust, like maybe for like week 4 and the finals? Question mark? I don't know. How long was the May Melee, the MMA skin available for? You know,
like a couple months. So well.
No, it wasn't a couple months. It was
It
only
felt like it.
because it was always there when you logged in. It was always the same exact skin. I don't feel like it was available for that long. Now I'm looking it up real fast.
April 28th or May 11th.
Yeah, so like
A couple weeks.
yeah, I don't know. So
It's about 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I guess they could still bring a June Joust skin for the last maybe 2 weeks of the June Joust. So it's at least possible. I was thinking it'd be a Junkrat skin.
Oh,
I'm just saying. I mean, like, it makes perfect sense. You just, like, keep that alliteration train rolling with June Joust.
Makes sense though. If the MMA was for the May Melee.
Yeah, I mean, like, it make those puns. It feels like some sort of wordplay seems to be what they want to do with it. So, like, yeah, let them do it. Here for it. I know Phil won't complain if they get a give him a Junkrat skin.
heck yeah! It better be good though.
I mean, yeah, it's true. I mean, you get your league tokens saved up.
Nope.
That's the thing. It'll only be league tokens.
Oops.
Yeah, I actually talked to Vecino out of. He was about to spend some, and I was like, maybe wait until you know what your what the next limited skin's gonna be, because like 200 league tokens, which isn't a ridiculous number. And I mean, in theory, you can just throw Blizzard like a $5 to get the tokens you'd need to buy it. But if you're trying to just like get them on the free like me and just like via watching, it takes time to build those tokens up. I'm actually sad. There's been several limited skins that have happened as a result of the various tournaments and stuff like that are just no longer available. They were limited time only during whatever period they were available in. I missed it. It's like a little sad. Especially, I thought I was most sad about Lego Bastion, because that's a great skin. Like, including the sound design on it. It's just a great skin. I'm so sad that I can't get that. But I thought I'd be the most sad about that. But the Symmetra skin with the colored chalk, I saw that for the first time the other day. That is a great skin. It's just like a very thematically good skin, and I'm very upset that I didn't know it existed and I didn't acquire it whenever it was available.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about being upset about Symmetra skins?
Oh, let's talk about it.
You started with a freaking Tyrande skin that I can't get from BlizzCon. God, that's like my favorite character in WoW.
Yeah.
And I can't get that skin anymore because I didn't know you had to be a BlizzCon or do the BlizzCon thing to get it.
Yeah, I mean, actually, talking about those, the airship that they did for one of the
mount.
Yeah,
the WoW mount.
The WoW mount.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not playing WoW right now, but when I was playing it the first time I saw it, I was like, that is a good skin. It's such a cool mount. I'm very sad that that's just not available. It's not a thing I can get. Sad face.
Yep, that's how I feel with Symmetra.
I mean, I guess at the same time, like, there's two sides of it, I suppose, because the exclusivity of it is part of what makes it so damn cool. Be able to be like, yeah, man, I got it. I got the super cool exclusive skin. But on the other side, it's just, it's a real tragedy if, for whatever reason, you just didn't know it was a thing, or you weren't playing whatever game.
Yeah, you come in late.
Yeah, because I came into WoW hella late. Like, I didn't start playing WoW until BFA.
The end of BFA, too.
Yeah, like, towards the end of BFA, true. That's, like, with the last, like, 10 months of BFA. I started playing January last year or something like that. So there's tons of cool shit that I missed out on. And it'd be nice if there was some way at some point to acquire some of those. I understand the benefits of things being exclusive, but it sucks at the same time. I don't know the fix, because would the exclusive things be as cool as they are if they weren't exclusive? I don't know. Like, I have arguably the rarest League of Legends skin, one of the rarest skins at least in League of Legends, because I actually had a beta account for League of Legends. Like, I was actually in the beta test, and everybody that was in the beta test got a Rammus skin, King Rammus. It's one of the rarest skins in the game, because if your account is not beta test old, then like tough shit, you don't get the skin. And that skin, it's like super cool to see people's reactions when I actually play Rammus and I pull that skin out. People are like, "Oh shit, is that King Rammus? What?" And then they see how bad I am, and they're like, "Bro, you've been playing since beta? The fuck?" which is a very real thing that happens, because Rammus is very much feast or famine when I play him in ARAM, because I just play go hard max E taunt Rammus. It goes very well or very, very poorly. But I guess the skin itself is nothing remarkable by any stretch. Most of the skins in League of Legends are fancier than King Rammus. King Rammus is basically only cool because if you didn't play in the beta test, you didn't get him. So I guess that's the other consideration. It's
yeah, like the Symmetra one, I don't know, like those BlizzCon ones, I don't know about the exclusivity of them. I think it would be like, oh, put them up for sale for like $20, and if you go to BlizzCon, you get it for free, and then your prize for BlizzCon is, saving that $20.
Yeah, or just if it was a thing where, like, even if it was limited availability, say during the anniversary event, give people the option to acquire one previously exclusive skin. So, like, it's not a thing where you can get them all. It'll still maintain a lot of exclusivity, but it won't be complete exclusivity. So, like, if I just really wanted the Lego Bastion during the anniversary event, I could get it. But that's it. That's the only exclusive skin I can get for the whole year, and I gotta wait till next year before I can get another one. I think that'd be an interesting compromise. It would still be very exclusive without being completely punishing to people who weren't participating in a game at the time. Just my thoughts on it anyhow.
You got an original skin?
Yeah, dude, I got King Rammus.
Are you fucking like Yasuo?
No, dude, I am not Yasuo. I'm terrible at... Actually, I don't even think I own Yasuo, but I would be terrible at Yasuo. I would press R every time it lit up, and I would int real hard. I have no self-control. But Taco's back. All right, let me get out of the hot tub real fast.
All right, man. No, what are you doing? Say that.
No, I gotta get out of the hot tub so we can go back over to this. Hang on, let me see if I can get the hot tub over here. Bam. Elder Scrolls Online, Blackwood expansion coming soon. TM, sometime in June,
Tuesday.
Right? Tuesday. Let me see if I have the hot tub. All right, I'm back in the hot tub.
I might have to fire up ESO again then.
Oh, we're doing some stuff.
Yeah, we got. The guild is growing quick, fast, and in a hurry. I've seen all the chatter down there.
Yeah, we're growing. We got about 72 members in total.
Good lord, that's like
about 60 that are like active within the last week.
That's pretty good.
That's
on Discord. It's lower, but
yeah. Well, I mean,
getting people to go onto Discord in MMOs takes a lot of dedication.
It's surprisingly challenging sometimes.
We had the problem with Eve too.
Well, I mean, good lord, you look at the numbers that we have in Eve, for example, in the Discord, and then you look at the actual numbers in the core and Alliance. It's a fraction of the people are here. Because we have hundreds, plural, in the core.
Yeah.
Alone, never mind the Alliance.
Like 132 in the core.
Oh, is that, yeah, so
130 something, yeah.
Yeah, and then hundreds
But still,
across
in
the
the
alliance.
alliance, I mean, this is the alliance Discord.
Oh. Well, yeah. So,
ESO, we're playing game. We're pressing left click for light attacks, and then holding it for heavy attacks. We are. We're on PC and we are also international. So if you're an international player that plays on NA servers, I don't know why. I think it's because there's only NA and EU servers. Come and join. We just promoted an officer today. Talked to a guy, a new guy in the guild, and he is from Hong Kong.
Oh wow! So we're getting like, we basically have people at 3 very diverse locations on the planet. Because
the leadership's US, EU, or UK, and Hong Kong.
Yeah, because now we've got
our other officer is she's in the US. So I think we might be doing another officer too. We're just looking for people to help with recruitment or keep chat active. We're also looking. We haven't talked to them yet, but we might have somebody to lead up trials and veteran dungeons as well.
Oh, nice.
We do everything. We do everything the game offers. Since we're over 50 members, we have our guild store. I hope someday to have a trader, but it is one of the most competitive. Bidding on a trader is super competitive in ESO.
The long-term goal for sure.
Just like more gold. The more gold you have, the better trader you get.
Well, and and traders are a thing that have to be renewed also. Yeah.
Yeah. Every Tuesday.
Oof.
The flip is about 2 p.m. I think, Central U.S.
So literally, you have to be doing well enough as a guild to bid on this thing weekly and outbid other guilds that also would like to have them.
Yeah. So we could probably spend $1 million and get some guild trader that's like by itself in a zone, just like not near a city.
Right.
And that's not bad. Because there's an add-on called Tamriel Trade Center that actually has a website as well that you can look up stuff and then it'll tell you what trader it is. But to have the most visibility, you have to be in basically the main alliance, like the alliance's main city, just like Wayrest, Elden Root, and Mournhold, or like Vivek City, which is the city for the Morrowind expansion, or Rimmen, which is the expansion, or the city for the Elsewhere expansion, so and so on.
And I assume that the more populous the city, the more expensive the bidding war is every week for the trader.
Yeah, I think Vivek City and Mournhold traders are going for a good probably like 20 million plus per week.
Woof. That's intense. That's an intense additional overhead you've got to be generating in order to justify the cost.
Honestly, it might be more actually, now that I think about it, because in my trader guild, like the guy that runs the guild hall, he sells on average about 13 mil a week. So it's probably way more than that. And we sell at least 100 mil a week.
Oh wow. Yeah.
If not way more. I mean, I think the record is 1.4 billion gold sold in a week.
Holy shit.
For a single trader guild.
Yeah, that's
You'll
go on.
I was like, you're like getting into like EVE Online type of economy stuff in there.
You're getting into some like. I wish the fucking economy was like EVE Online. It's like really not as accessible as it should be. There's no auction system since with all the guild traders.
Right. Well, and that's an interesting way to manage the the flow or the generation of gold, like that's a very interesting and clever gold sink, because that gold sink scales with the amount of gold that players are generating, or that is being generated by them completing content. Because as the wealth of the entire player base continues to rise, so too does the price in the bidding war. So like, it's always going to be relative, proportional to how much gold the player base has. That's a really clever solution to what can be a big problem in MMOs when there's not enough gold sinks.
If you don't get your bid, if you don't get that trader, that gold's gone. It's not like the gold comes back to you. Oh,
so you're blind bidding, and whatever you're committing is gone, regardless of whether you actually get the trader.
Oof.
That's harsh. That's
not fun.
But it's good. It's a great solution to a problem.
That's the prevalent of trader guilds. I'm in 2 right now. I might do a 3rd, or I might put a PvP guild down. I don't know. But you're gonna have 5 guilds, so.
Oh, so it's very Guild Wars 2-esque, where you can be in multiple guilds.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Guild Wars would be sweet in this one.
I had a lot of. I remember when they announced that process of just like multiple guilds being a thing, and like OG, like Auth, very embedded in like original Guild Wars and other games where like your whole account was bound to a specific guild or clan, and I had a hard time reconciling the idea of being in multiple guilds. It's like just didn't make sense to me. But more and more, I think like that's not a bad way to do things.
If you specialize in something, it's good. Like in Guild Wars 2, it's easy because it's like, I can join a guild that's fractals or raids.
Yep. World versus world, or open world.
Yeah. World versus broken world. The structured PvP, which is the fucking highlight of it.
Yeah, honestly, even in the original Guild Wars, structured PvP was definitely a big highlight.
The old school Guild Wars 1 SPVP esports.
Oh yeah.
Lit.
I actually
didn't have many viewers, but it was lit.
Dude, Hall of Heroes was such a hoot sometimes. Sometimes it was just brutalizing and it sucked so bad, but other times it's great. Yeah.
So yeah, ESO, we're doing stuff. Come join.
Yep. Head down to the newly created Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, we needed to branch out, and our main leader, Serge, he
went to bed.
He went to bed. It's like 4 a.m. there. He was asking our fearless leader for some channels, and it took a good number of us talking in there about needing more channels to get it.
Well, it's one of those.
Fine. Whenever Vicino says value proposition, my eyes glaze over.
Well, it makes perfect sense though. Like when you think about it from a structure standpoint, it's really unfortunate with channel creation, because it's not like on the server, or on the forums. Like on the forums, we could just, if there was no need for a category, we could just merge all the posts into a different category and blow up the other category. None of the content's lost. In Discord, when it becomes evident that you've got channels that you don't need anymore, text channels, your only option is to maintain them anyhow because you don't want to lose the content, or literally just nuke them. There's no easy way. You can't re-merge that information into an existing channel. So there's definitely reason for that, and also because of the way the Strats Discord is currently set up, this is getting to be a pretty impressive scroll bar worth of stuff when the voice channels are filled and everything. And what you don't want is, you don't want too much. It's good to have enough, and it's easier to add than it is to take away. So when people want new channels, for example, if there's not enough stuff happening related to it that really warrants a new channel, there's no sense in creating a channel. Like, we have a Princess Connect Redive clan. Like, several of us are taking it seriously. We play really hard and stuff like that, but we don't need a text channel for it. Like, we talked about it, but there's just not that much content that would need to be posted on Discord and discussed. Like, we can handle it in DMs, you know, things like that. There's no real need for a full-blown channel where we can just post tons and tons of stuff, because there just won't be that much content generated for it. And we would rather have fewer, more active channels than heaps of relatively inactive channels, because once the conversation is overly fragmented, it becomes very hard to participate. So it's easier to just reduce the number of channels in a lot of situations.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of noise. We don't want a lot of channels in ESO. We just want a couple. Plus, the trader guilds I'm in, it's like 100 channels, bro.
Woof! No way.
Dude,
what a
like, there's
hell
almost like a channel for every skill in the game.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
that is asinine.
But the trader, I mean, it's not just a trader guild. They do trials. I'm actually doing my first trial back. They have like, I'm in this trading guild, Black Sheep Brigade. We're sheep and stuff, and they do progression trials, but they also do training trials.
Nice.
And I signed up as tanks next Friday. And so I mean, some trader guilds are just strictly trader guilds. Some of them like to form a community. Some don't, but yeah, I get it. We don't want a lot of noises. You know, I totally get it. And when I asked for more channels, was this morning, I immediately knew Casino's answer. I knew what it was gonna be, but Serge wanted me to add it because Casino was stonewalling him, I think.
I don't think Casino ever stonewalls anybody.
Yeah, well,
it's just one of those things. It needs to be. It's always something that we look at and we discuss, and we want to make sure that we don't want to make stuff that we're gonna have to blow up later and lose conversation. That's one of the big things, right. And that was one of the big. Even when we initially moved over to Discord, that was one of the big fears, is what would happen to the persistency that we had enjoyed with the forums. Because the forums, it was really easy to go back and look at, you know, old posts and stuff, and that's why we've spun up the wiki, and we're slowly starting to build that out, because we want to try to get some additional persistence to some of the content that gets posted, because sometimes there are discussions that happen that, like, you could have made a guide out of the discussion. It was, you know, in-depth explanations, and rather than having to explain that all the time, or use Discord's search function, which is it's all right, I wouldn't call it great, but it's sufficient to try and find that conversation, link it to somebody, and then they have to weed through this entire conversation to get the information. It definitely sometimes you should be like, yo, like, here's a link that takes you to like a summation of the information you're looking for. And the forums, we had that luxury, and it was nice. And I think that's part of what's really motivated the creation of the wiki. We can have some static posts about the different games that are being played and the communities that we're maintaining within those games, and then potentially also be branching out into guides and things of that nature, information that people might want. Welcome back, Vicino.
What's up?
Well, you know,
I was listening.
I saw.
Yep. What's up, buddy?
I just welcome you back because it doesn't actually do audio stuff in here.
Also, for ESO, Casino told me something earlier that I didn't know. We had the first, world first emperor?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
This guild is one of the best in the world originally.
We did have,
It's true.
Draco Isminium, right? Was our
Yep. Yeah, Draco was the first emperor. We grinded that shit.
Yeah, I remember that was a whole. I remember reading through the history on that, on the old forums.
His title on the forum was Emperor.
It was. It should have been dirty, filthy guild stash thief. Because I heard what happened.
Yeah, I think he did go rogue there at the end.
No, not to us.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Draco never forsook strats, but boy howdy did he fucking just obliterate the bridge to the Reddit guild on his way out.
That's right. He stole so much shit.
Oh man.
Dude, I've taken out so much garbage from the Strats Guild Bank.
No, dude, this was not trash though. This was like.
Well, I mean, some of it was trash. Some of it was pretty.
The stuff that Draco took was not trash. This was like first 60 days of ESO being live.
Oh yeah. Everything's expensive.
Yeah. It was not.
Everything's expensive now too. Any gold, any item, any material to set something to gold is expensive, except for like woodworking.
Oh.
Like the best rune for this enchantment that increases all of your attributes. Each rune is like 35k.
Woof.
It's so bad.
Nope. Get to grinding.
So yeah, they way to clear the guild bank out because there's so many mats in there. Just sit, and then just like low level item. We're like, what the hell?
Dude, that happens in the PoE guild bank also. We actually we had to start setting some of the stash tabs to where like only officers are allowed to deposit because people were just throwing all kinds of just random trash in there, and we like Cat Poop and myself and Alundra were having to go in there and clean it out. Especially Cat Poop. Cat Poop was the one that really annoyed, and he was having to clean that shit out. I remember one league, he got so mad. He was like, "Dude, I'm gonna freak out if I figure out who's doing this. Like, I'm gonna absolutely go ape shit on them. Like, please."
I guess it depends on what items they were.
Dude, just like garbage uniques, like not even worth an alk uniques.
Oh yeah, I only put like leveling stuff.
Wasn't even leveling. It was butt tier gear. They were like, "Oh, it's an
butt tier."
Dude, butt tier is a real tier. Oh man. Okay. I just noticed it's like 9:45 my time. We got to get out of here. We got to go play.
Hey.
We got to go play some Overwatch. Mystery Heroes. Anybody wants to get down on that? Yeah, that's what's going on there. Thanks to everybody who came out. Thanks for helping us experiment with this new live streaming thing. Thanks to everybody who's out there in YouTube chat or who checks this out after the fact on the VOD. We appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week. Take it easy, y'all.